today po natin, itatanungin po natin sa ating very special guests for today. Kasi right off the bat, kumbaga, we will maximize their time dahil tayo po ay napakapalad na pinaunlakan po nila tayo ng kanilang oras for today. Dahil pag-uusapan po natin, Rox, napanood ko po ang trailer nito. Ang sa ibang ratings po, kumbaga minimum 9 out of 10 stars ang pelikulang ito. Ito po tinatawag na Under Parallel Skies.
Oh yes. And you know naman, if people don't know Migs, no? Ako, as a Filipino movie and K-drama fan, ikaw naman Thai actors and actresses, you
Fan
rave
din
about them
yes,
all the time.
Yes, ako fan naman ako ng Thai entertainment.
Yes.
Pero ito nga, isang malaking collab ito ng isa sa mga pinakamalaking actress sa Pilipinas at isa sa mga pinakamalaking aktor din mula sa Thailand. At magkakaroon din tayo ng isang producer's perspective dahil isa siya sa mga youngest producers dito po sa Pilipinas. Tara po, introduce na po natin stars, actually the stars that made Under Parallel Skies possible. Walang iba, we have Miss Janella Salvador right here in the studio. Hi, Janella, welcome to Share Ko Lang. And the film producer ng Under Parallel Skies si Richard Juan. Janella and Richard, thank you so much for joining us here on Share Ko Lang.
Hey, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thanks for having us.
Alright. So sige, simulan na natin ang unang tanong para kay Janella. Janella!
Hit ko naman next to
O sige, baka pinali natin ng konti. Level natin ng konti. Okay lang. Ay, pwede tayong mag-ano ng konti. Pwede tayong mag-close ng konti. Tapos pwede natin share yung mic. Siyempre, share ko lang. Para sa mga kumbaga, curious dito, no, Janella, sa Under Parallel Skies, basic synopsis, ano yung role, tsaka yung setting din, hindi sa Pilipinas. So baka ma-share mo yan, Janella.
Siguro yung synopsis, mas kay Richard ko na lang ipapa-explain. He explains it a lot better. But for my role, I play Iris in the film Under Parallel Skies. At isa siyang OFW na nagtatrabaho sa Hong Kong bilang isang hotel receptionist. Yeah, tapos magiging guest niya si Parent, played by Win Metawin, and dun magka-cross yung stories nila.
Oo nga, nakita ko sa trailer kasi si Win, yung karakter ni Win, kumbaga, nag-enjoy masyado, tas parang medyo umano ng konti to the rescue si Iris.
Always.
Always.
Enjoy. Siguro, Richard, for you naman, no, ibigay na nga natin sa'yo yung time now to give the synopsis, or siguro without divulging too much naman. How would you explain it?
For me, it's a story between in a nutshell, it's a story where it's about two people from two different countries falling in love at a foreign place. And alam mo naman natin ngayon, we live in a world that's multicultural, interconnected lahat. So it's very common to have relationships like this. And our goal naman talaga is to depict reality. Diba dati parang uso yung parang foreigner na from the US with a Filipino. Eh ngayon iba na may mga Koreans with Filipino, Thai with Filipino na relationship. So that's kind of like the story that we're exploring. And of course with the backdrop of Hong Kong. Kasi Hong Kong is a melting pot of culture. Ang daming mga OFWs dun. And then that's the story of how Iris and Parin met. They met in Hong Kong. Parin was a guest at the hotel. And Iris, of course, is the receptionist there. And then, because of some, coincidence, nag-fall in love sila. And then, tung. Panunan ninyo kung anong mangyari after.
Tama.
Siguro before we go to Janella, no, I know, Richard, that you also lived in Hong Kong,
Yes.
diba? So, is it personal to you, creating this masterpiece also?
For me, very, very personal. I remember, like, at the same time, it's a place where I grew up. Talaga, I spent 18 years of my life there before moving back to the Philippines. And I know Hong Kong at the back of my hand, parang ganun na eh. So parang I figured that it's probably the best place to start with if I want to do a film. And sorry guys, we're just laughing kasi
Papalitan natin yung
tayo ng upuan.
Janella.
Pakita naman natin yung sa screen. Pinapalit natin.
Ganyan po talaga, live production. Okay, ayan. Okay,
So yeah, it's very personal kasi it's Hong Kong is a place where I grew up and then I spent. It's my home and it's a place where alam ko na yung mga places on where to shoot, where are the places na dapat i-shoot natin, and most of the time kasi when we think Hong Kong, shopping, pagkain,
tourism.
Disneyland.
Disneyland, ayan, yan pa, yung mga ganun. So we decided to show a different side of Hong Kong naman. And the places that me as a local from Hong Kong know, but people who are tourists don't know about. So that was kind of the objective of all of this. And we're very lucky, syempre, the Hong Kong Tourism Board also believed in the vision that we had and supported us with a lot of resources na parang like, where should we shoot? Mga ganun-ganun din.
Tama. Para naman sa'yo, Janella, yung role ni Iris. I mean, this is very common, but how did you prepare for this role? And of course, syempre, collaborating with a big Thai actor as well in Win Metawin.
Yeah. Well, when they told me about the story, when they pitched the story to me, na-inlove ako agad talaga sa script. Because it was so well written already. Direk Sigrid was actually the one who wrote the script.
Wow.
And parang pag binabasa mo siya, kita mo na kasi agad yung scenario, kita mo na yung characters. It's very, very, like I said, it's very well written. And so when I started getting into the role of Iris, it's something very far from who I am, very different from Janella. So I really had to immerse myself and prepare for something different. Kasi hindi ko pa to nagagawa before eh. Sa mga films na nagawa ko before, this is very different. I've never played an OFW. I've never worked with an international actor. And I had to change my accent here actually. I had to
I heard some snippets, in the trailer. Yes.
Just to make it more realistic, because we have this Filipino accent, right? So I had to change my accent a little bit. And there were a lot of preparations emotionally. We did intimacy workshops with Direk in Thailand. So
Yeah.
Curious
Like how? Like yung immerse, tsaka parang just a little snippet. Parang paano ka sabi mo nag-immerse ka? Like, in what kind of a few examples?
I read the script over and over, and pag may time ako actually, I don't know if this is weird, but pag may time ako sa hotel, kapag may free days kami sa Hong Kong, because we were there for a month, I would walk around, tapos I would try to observe yung mga receptionists sa lobby.
Yeah.
Kasi receptionist yung character ko eh. So talagang ino-observe ko din, like, how do they treat their guests? How do they speak? Are they always like...
Mannerisms.
Their mannerisms. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
May specific body language, diba? Specific professionalism.
Actually, nakaka-acute medyo, di ko alam kung spoiler ba to. May part lang sa film.
Ingat na.
Hindi naman.
Panoorin pa namin. Just a little bit.
Hindi, kasi may part lang doon, sabi nung character ni Win, sa character ko, na parang, why are you like a robot? Because she's so stiff, like when she's talking, she's always like, thank you, sir, blah, 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 like that. Ayun.
Si Juan at si Janella, itong dalawa palagi nag-spoiler yan eh.
pero ako siguro curious Richard, as a producer's perspective, bakit si Win Metawin ang tinap para sa film na to?
For me, kasi me growing up in Hong Kong and all that, I've always been exposed to a lot of different cultures. And at the same time, the project that we want to work on is something that we want to go international. And Philippines, I always say, has so much potential when it comes to talent, not just in front of the camera, but also behind the cameras. And this is why we have Direk Sigrid, award-winning and all that. But we want to showcase, we want to be able to have someone so big like Win, who's known regionally, if not the world.
It's true.
To also highlight na parang like, if we work together, it's a collaboration na
cross-culture collaboration
everyone wins from it. So parang like, for example, like here, when Win was here, we all know how popular he was, you know, sa Mega Mall when we had a premiere night and all that. Grabe, sobrang punong-puno yung location. And at the same time, you know, we want to highlight that Filipino films is something to go for, something that, you know, something should be like, parang we want to produce like a Filipino international film. Kasi lagi pa sinasabi natin international film. Inisip natin Hollywood, mga ganun. Bakit hindi pwede Filipino international film?
Yeah.
That's exactly the goal that we wanted to do for this movie, Under Parallel Skies. And why Win is because we did a lot of research actually. We did a lot of statistics. We searched up his Instagram followers, mga ganun din. So may data kami to back
14 million.
14 plus million, and 20% of that is actually from the Philippines. So that itself is a big number na din.
Isa dun si Mix.
Parang
Tayo lahat.
kasi kung 20%, kung 14 million, kung tama ang aking, mga 2.2 million din.
3 3 million.
3 million. Yeah, 2.8. more or
Ay,
less.
lalaban tayo sa mat dito.
Laban tayo sa mat.
UP.
Laban sa mat. Nagkamali pa ako. 3 million, di biro yun.
Ako na yung magbibida kay Richard. Kaya sabi ko, takot ako mag-mat dito. But siguro rin, before Janella, Richard, binibida mo nga yung Filipino international film. And I saw a post na sabi mo na it was heartbreaking kasi merong nagsabi na wala akong time for that, na Pinoy film yan eh. Siguro, what is the message, what's a message that you want today? Na syempre mga listeners natin, di ba?
Like
Hindi naman
mindset.
lahat din, di ba? May mindset na, pag manonood lang ako kay drama lang, manonood lang ako ng Hollywood film. Ano yung message mo? You know, how we can echo that and elevate our own talents?
For me, honestly, there's just so many different perspectives into this. I can talk about this for the whole day, but to keep it very, very simple. Because at the end of the day, why do we all watch K-dramas in Hollywood? Is because there's so much support from the audience, so that there's more budget to produce better, higher in quality. But if there's no support from the local scene, it's hard for us to have a bigger budget to produce even higher quality. Because syempre, you cannot compare the budget for, I'm speaking as a producer here, syempre, you cannot compare the budget of how much is spent in Korea for one episode compared to here sa Philippines. It's hard eh. So for us, at the end of the day, we just want to have the feel na parang like, because it's always a chicken and egg situation. They always say that the quality is not good, but if there's no, I don't believe that. That's why we produce this, because like I believe in the strength in what we do. We're the whole team that we have in Under Parallel Skies is multi-awarded, from director to the production design to producer, everything. I feel like I have like Avengers from the Philippine entertainment and from the cinema. So ultimately, I feel like I just want the message is that I want everyone to support the film, or not just my film, our film, but also the whole Philippine entertainment industry. Give it a try. Kasi na-offend lang ako dun sa line na parang no time for that. I'm okay with having diba? I'm okay with having different preferences. Walang problema yan. If you don't like watching this, it's fine. But don't say na no time for that. Kasi parang like, hindi ba pwede na matry mo lang to at least find out a little
Give
bit
it a
about
chance.
it? Diba? Give it a chance. Yan ang naman habol namin eh. Give it a chance. Check it out. Instead of saying no time for that, for the whole genre. But I'm like, I think that's too much, crossing the line.
Yeah. Share ko lang, maganda yun na point ni Richard na tawag mo dito. When you talk about at least the whole media industry in the Philippines, di lang sa films, TV, music, talagang elevate. Gone are the days na sinasabi mong kung meron mang stereotype o stigma yan. Gone are the days. Kasi lahat ng napapanood ng mga streaming service, in music platforms, talagang angat-angat and sinusuportahan talaga siya ng general public ng mga Pilipino. General, I wanna go back to, you mentioned, you spent a month in Hong Kong. Anong pinakamalaking value doon? Yung learnings doon. Tsaka 1 month, ibig sabihin, nag-immerse ka talaga as a local. What's local living like in Hong Kong?
Honestly, we didn't have much time to like go around because our schedule was very, very tight when it came to filming. But we filmed in this island called Peng Chau. It's
Hindi masyadong karaniwan yun.
Yes.
Hindi karaniwan yun.
Hindi siya common na pinupuntahan ng mga tourists, and that's what I loved about our film, because we were able to explore a side of Hong Kong that many people haven't seen before. And this island is actually so cool because they don't have cars on that island. So they literally just walk. They use bikes to go around. It's like a little community. Tapos happy na sila sa buhay nila dun. So talagang na-witness ko yung, it's so refreshing to be able to like witness that for a month every day. Parang nakahinga din talaga ako. And gave me a new perspective on life. Yeah.
How about food? Like
Food.
Food. What's it like from your experience? Kasi syempre, tawag mo dito, you do film, of course, may pagkain dyan, but on your downtime, yung mga the little bits, like what is it like? I mean, experience, food is highly part of the experience.
That's what kept me going.
Sila ni Win palagi
Si Win din eh. I love trying new food from other countries, especially sa Hong Kong. Ang dami talagang iba't ibang cuisine doon. So, enjoy ko yung hot pot, xiaolongbao, ganon.
Definitely
Dumplings.
the Hong Kong
Yeah.
experience. You're up?
And siguro, Janella, for me, no, you have different roles, diba? Na kanina you talked about preparing for it. But for this one, siguro, aside from the food, aside from the experience locally, what are your favorite moments filming? Even behind the scenes is fine. So we don't be, baka
Parang
ma-flag
ano
tayo.
naman, baka spoiler kayo.
Like, parang some of the things that really made also your stay worthwhile, something that you would look back at and matatawa ka. Maybe you can share. Kasi this is share ko lang.
Sure ko lang.
Ano ba? There were a lot actually, and since most of the film, like for most of the film, it's really just me and Win. So talagang wala kami masyadong like big group like as a cast. I wasn't able to really work with other people. It was just us. So I guess being able to work then with an international team. Like we had a Hong Kong production team as well. It wasn't just a Philippine production team. And syempre yung team ni Win from Thailand. So talagang iba-iba din talaga yung culture sa set. Feeling ko yun talaga yung nagmarka sa akin na despite the language barrier, we're all gonna be able to connect. Like, we're all able to connect to each other. And we're able to create something this special.
Ano yung follow-up doon, Janella? Ano siguro yung tingin mo na-unlock mo sa sarili mo as an actress with this project?
Oh, wow. Na-unlock? You know, honestly, I think ito na yung rom-com talaga na hinihintay kong matagal na.
Wow!
Tuwing tatanungin ako dati kung ano yung mga gusto ko pang gawin, sinasabi ko talaga, siguro mababaw siya pakinggan nun kasi kung ano-ano na yung nagawa ko, nag-horror na ako, ganyan-ganyan. Sinasabi ko lagi rom-com. I want a good rom-com. And I think this is what I've been waiting for. This is like, hindi ko na siya gugustuhin pa kasi ito na yun.
Ito na yun.
I mean, if I may add, kasi
Go ahead.
syempre, for us as producers, when we looked at who are the artists that we want to work with and all that, Janella was always been one of the top choices kasi she's so talented and versatile in a lot of the roles that she played. And the fact that you're saying this right now, na parang this is the rom-com that she's been waiting for. And I'm very happy to hear that because this is the project we really wanted to elevate everyone din to take things to the next level. Kahit hindi siya if not the top level, at least we want to be part of that journey of Janella or of the Philippine entertainment or cinematic or cinema scene. And on top of that, also I think the fact that we were able to build like a film produce a film na parang it's cross country. I dare say it's international because we're going to be shown in Thailand, also in Singapore and more countries to come. So it is a Filipino international film. I think that's the best way to label it. And we want to be able to produce more stuff na Filipino international film. Hindi lang pag international film ay from Hollywood, ay from ibang bansa. Filipino international film. I want to be able to build a mas malaking, for example, like mas malaking following sa labas ng Philippines din. Like these are the stuff that we really want to build as a company.
Okay, and how did you come up with the title?
Ayun, nagkaamuyan tayo ng Rox, ha? Oo, nagkaamuyan
Pwede ba
tayo
yun?
doon. Hindi
Hindi
nung
ka
next
ba
tanong.
title?
Bakit Under Parallel Skies?
I think actually my business partner and co-EPC Christoph was the one to think that came up with that name, and Derek also liked it, kaya we went with it. But it's I think what I can share here is because these two characters live in two very different worlds. And their lives are supposed to be na hindi sila ever mag-meet kasi ibang-ibang yung lifestyle and everything, background. And for some reason, they were able to cross path. Tapos yun, cross path sila. So but they supposed to live in two parallel worlds na ibang-iba. Hindi siya sci-fi by the way, guys. Hindi siya sci-fi. Hindi siya ibang dimension.
Ibang planeta pala.
Parang universe kasi yun.
Kaya yun. So parang, and then they all share very similar, they live in different worlds, but they share very similar pains and similar background in terms of and different elements. So you really have to watch the film, and then kasi usually what I see on the comments lang sinasabi ng tao, kaya pala Under Parallel Skies kasi after watching the film they get it right
They
away.
understand. Okay. So, Janella, you mentioned a while ago also na, di ba, the character is different from who you are. Pero, baka naman, you can share to us also your beliefs. Meron bang similarities, personally, yung lesson sa movie, di ba, with your own belief system then, or your belief in connections?
Yeah, meron. Of course, I have similarities then with Iris. Si Iris, ano siya eh, she's a go-getter. She dreams big, and she's gonna do whatever it takes para maabot yung dream na yun, even if she has to make sacrifices. And ako, I'm also a person to dream big. I've always dreamed big. So feeling ko yun yung similarity namin ni Iris. And sa movie naman, I think my takeaway from it is, yun nga, we all live under the same sky. Despite us being from different places, having like cultural differences, I think our main connection is love. We can love each other freely because we all live under the same sky.
Wow.
Wow.
Ang
Parang pwedeng writer din si Janella.
Oo, wow. Parang yun yung extra natin.
Oo. Sakto na.
Panulit ko din ba? Ang lalim. Natama kami ni Roxanne doon.
Oo nga, natouch ako doon, partner.
Panulit. We can all love differently because we
We can all love each other freely. Because we live under the same sky.
Oh,
The same parallel sky.
Same
parallel sky.
Ang
Ayun.
galing. So, biggest learnings for you naman as a producer?
Oh man, biggest learning is producing is hard.
It's your first time?
It's my first film,
Okay.
and it's hard. And the fact that we decided to go big or go home, I'm like, yeah, wow, Richard, why did you do this? And there were times where I really, throughout the whole journey, but I'm like, why am I doing this? Why did I do this? But I feel like this is something that is part of what I've always wanted to do growing up. Not necessarily film, but really more of showing. Elevating something.
Yeah.
Something. Like I feel like I'm someone that's good at bringing something to the next level, but not someone that starts something. But now I feel like I saw all these talented Filipino actors in front or actresses, and then all the talents behind the camera also. I want to be part of that group to try to elevate somehow, because I feel like this project or this film is something that can do that eh. Kasi meron na tayong Thai audience agad eh. So if we show the Thai audience that, hey, Filipino content is good also, then ma-elevate na tayo to have an audience also in Thailand. Parang ganun. And slowly we build that onwards. Kasi that's how the Koreans did it. They for example, like K-pop, they got the Chinese member first, and then they built a audience in China. Ganun din yung ganun. So this is like the formula that we're trying to do. We get a Thai actor, we try to get also a Thai audience. Hopefully in the future films we get a Chinese actor, then maybe build a Chinese ganun. So that's really the goal of what we're doing here. But the bottom line is, the biggest lesson is, it's hard, but it has to be done. Like someone has to do it. Why don't I do it? Why don't we do it at 28 Square Studios?
Tama.
And hopefully this will lead to somewhere. Hopefully, I mean, if this does not take us to the next level, but at least I feel like I'm proud to say that we were part of this. If someone else takes over and blows this up even further, creates films that are even bigger, I'm more than happy to say that I was part of this journey. I was at one of the starting points of this, to see Filipino entertainment go to the next level. This is something that it will be part of the dream of mine.
At sana ganun nga, kasi just for a little bit of context, yung sinasabi ni Richard, Filipinos in that Thai space, at meron na rin naman paunti-unti, pero sana this will start for us exponential. Kumbaga, if naalala mo si Mario Morer, nagkaroon din siya ng movie dito years back in the Philippines.
With Erich.
With Erich Gonzalez. Tapos syempre, yung kumbaga Filipinos, nagkaroon din ng kumbaga Thai presence, nagkaroon din siya ng Filipino fan base. So ito naman, sana ito, mas exponential for that new beginning. Janella, as an actress, ano pa ang gusto mong achieve? Any plans? Like, any more, you can plug away kung ano pa gusto mong gagawin pa?
Well, sige. First of all, I have a new single out. It's called Head Tone, and I'm gonna be releasing my album very soon. I'm gonna be working on my music, so sana abangan nyo yan. And yung concert ko, na-move siya, pero matutuloy siya.
Yan, oo nga.
Marami lang talagang nangyari at ayokong sumalang nang hindi ako prepared. So, pinamove ko talaga siya. So, ayun. Ayun lang naman.
As an actress, kasi sabi mo kanina, ito na yung hinahanap mo yung rom-com. Hindi isip mo na ba, parang in the future, okay, I wanna do this in terms of your acting career?
Theater.
Theater.
I wanna try it. Yeah.
Alright. Sige, plug away, Richard. How can our viewers, kumbaga ma-experience, diba, to be also in that parallel sky?
So guys, I would like to invite everyone to catch Under Parallel Skies in the cinemas. We are showing nationwide, and honestly, this is one of those films where it's a different experience when you're watching on the big screen. Because syempre, at the same time, we're showcasing Filipino talents in front, and of course, we're going to see Hong Kong, a different side of Hong Kong then. And of course, we have Win Met the Win with Janella Salvador, two very, very talented actors in this generation. So I cannot wait to show you guys even more of this. Hopefully we can do more projects like this, and watching Under Parallel Skies is also supporting Philippine cinema, so I hope that you guys will go to the cinemas and watch the film.
Okay, Janelle, ikaw rin, message mo rin sa audience.
Copy-paste. Hindi, syempre gusto ko rin mag-thank you sa lahat ng fans na nagpa-block screening. Syempre for our film. Thank you for the full-out support. And syempre sa lahat ng nanood this weekend, last week, thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed the film. And sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood, ayun na nga, sana we hope you give our film a chance. Because it's something that you guys deserve to see, and not just you guys, it's something that the world deserves to see.
Yeah.
Alright, so si Iris po, Janella Salvador bilang Iris. Of course, Under Parallel Skies at syempre Richard, maraming salamat sa iyong insights, and hopefully ito nga, this will be the start of something bigger para po sa Philippine international cinema. There you have it, Janella Salvador and Richard Juan for Under Parallel Skies. Oras po, 1:31.